It's Father's Day here at Bristol Dragway, and what better way than to find out from some of the top drivers how their fathers influenced them to become the great racers that they are. Let's find out. What was it like raising this one over here?
Terrible. Terrible. No, it was cool. He was okay.
Did he ever give you any trouble? What's the worst thing he ever did?
Shoot. Probably wrecked my old 63 Fury. I had a real nice one, and that was probably be at the top of the list.
How did your dad get you into this sport of drag race?
Well, he drove his whole life, so I grew up at the racetrack from the time I was in diapers, and it was always something that I wanted to do. And in '92, NHRA came out with that Junior Drag Racing League, and I said, "Daddy, please let me drive," and that was the end of that.
Hard work, lessons of life. Tell me some of the things that Flamin' Frank taught you, Cruz, that obviously worked so well that not only are you talented on the racetrack, but you're talented behind the scenes, managing people in the boardroom. You can't be world champions without having a strong skill set, and that all comes from how you're raised.
Yeah, you know, our dad was a racer, but the fact that we paid attention as we got older to what he did and how he did, he built his own chassis, built his own engines. He would actually get parts out of the trash can to make, because he didn't have enough money to really race to do it right. So he really taught us to do it by whatever means necessary, and little did he know he would inspire us to race. But you know, he taught us a lot of life lessons. Really, there should be more parents like my dad. He was a disciplinarian. You know, he taught us to respect people and treat people like we want to be treated. So a lot of those things we've applied to our race careers, and you know, Tony and I have been fortunate to win championships and win races, but you know, that comes from our strong desire to do it. But definitely a lot of the lessons were taught by our dad, and you know, too bad he's not here to enjoy it with us, but you know, we've always paid tribute to him whenever we have success, and especially Father's Day.
Cruz and I were very fortunate. Like Cruz mentioned, our dad was very strict. He was very tough on us, but at the same time he was very loving. I remember, you know, our average day wasn't go to school and then go play with our friends. We would go straight to our trucking yard, and that's the environment that we were raised in. So I think a lot of those lessons, you know, we apply to what we do today, and it's helped. You know, I think being raised in that kind of environment really set the stage for what we're doing now.
Do you feel like being involved in the sport kept you closer to your dad, whereas other kids, maybe they go off their own way? When fathers and sons are involved in drag racing, they stay closer?
Absolutely. You know, this is a family sport as it is, and you know, me and Dad just every night we're in the garage working on something. So yeah, we definitely have a very tight relationship, and it's definitely because of drag racing.
When you were growing up, how did this man motivate you to get to you to the point that you could be a car chief and now a driver in Top Fuel?
Well, it really all started out, my mom and dad took me to the drag strip when I was 6 months old, and you know, just the tire smoke, I don't know, the loud cars, I kind of got hooked. So then it just grew from there. 10 years old, I got my first Junior. We built it, put the body on it ourselves, 5-horse Briggs & Stratton stock motor with a pull starter. You know, it was like driving a lawnmower down the racetrack. So from there, we just got a little faster. We didn't have a lot of money. We just slowly grew. I mean, we'd show up to the racetrack with the Junior hanging out of the back of a truck one time, and borrowed trailers, borrowed trucks to get there, and I don't know, we just somewhere along the way I got the nitro bug, and now I'm where I'm at.
How involved was your dad in your racing career?
He's you know, it's a typical father-son racing deal. I mean, that's where I got my start. Ever since I was 10 years old, I wasn't going to amusement parks and things like that. I was always at the drag track with my dad, and fortunately this weekend was first time I actually get to race with him. He's out here running Super Gas and Super Comp in the sportsman category. So, you know, I've gotten very fortunate, you know, to get out here and continue to race and do what I love, and get to do it with my father.
Alan, what's the best lesson that your dad taught you that has helped you become so successful? Because we know you're successful. What was it that Dad taught you that helped you get through life to this point?
Probably telling me to quit drag racing. When we was racing back in the early 80s, you know, and we lost our sponsorship and da-da-da-da-da, he's like, you need to go get a job, get a degree, be successful, and then maybe we can come back out here. So that's probably the best lesson.
Did you do it?
Yeah, we was out of it for almost 15 years. We didn't race, so able to get a business and get it started and be successful and get us back out here in '96. So That's probably the best advice.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy.